I'm a Christ man, I'm a Val man, I'm a... Get about my face, you was something that I passed, turn around about face, go on, turn around.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Maura.
Manny.
And we are the Convo Urban Dialogue, and we are back with our second official video. And it's about parenting.
And we're happy. We're happy about this.
And we got Drake playing.
Love some Drake. I think my wife considers me a little Drake a little mini Drake for herself. A little black, white mix. Nah.
What up, guys? I hope you are having an amazing week. I hope you guys are having a good Thursday. It took forever to get some things done. Some clarification had to happen, and etc. etc. I want to open with if you have a dream, if you have a goal, something you want to accomplish, do it and work through it, push through it, regardless of people being negative, regardless if there's all these distractions that the enemy is throwing to you. Get to it. Work, continue to work, because you already, writing down your plan, your foreplan, and you're getting things in order. Do it.
Look, there's going to be a lot of things that's going to discourage you on your way to where you want to go. In life, everything seems to come against us. It's a cross, and we have to bear it. It's constantly the burden of this thing that we're carrying, of the vision, is heavy. Sometimes we need help, like Jesus needed help with the cross. Sometimes we're just carrying it alone, and there's a lot of people making a lot of noise, but just keep going. There's an end, and there's a resurrection, and there's a people. They're going to come from this. I would say, just an ending, let us not grow weary in well-doing, for we shall reap if we faint not. So don't grow weary in well-doing.
Yeah, man, don't give up. So yeah, today we're talking about parenting, and Lord Jesus, I know for me, I am the woman in the co-parenting in the household, and I need rest all the time. I need some sleep, I need some rest, I need a massage, I need a spa day, I need to go just have a chill time, or sometimes I just want to just have some space. But you cannot get no space. You got babe this, mom that. It's just, Lord help us. So yeah, that's what we're talking about today, parenting. We're going to be doing these, family topics in parts. So today we're talking about parenting in general. But we will be touching base on manhood, womanhood, relationships, and all that stuff. So all that good stuff. So on the perspective of a woman, excuse me, y'all, raising a child is not easy. We make it look easy, but it's not easy.
And guys, I want you to hear that. They make it look easy. It ain't easy. My wife leaves me alone with my daughter, and I'm going crazy. She wants to rule my life, my daughter. She's like a dictator. You know what I mean? And I'm a little punk, man, but, like I'm permissive. I like to let her do what she wants, but she takes advantage. So I have to be hard on her when I don't want to be hard on her, That's what I mean.
So I wanted to touch base, just briefly generalizing and giving you just a brief definition of what parenting is. Parenting is the process of promoting and supporting the physical, emotional, social, financial, and intellectual raising of your child. You are responsible for all these things until they become an adult. And even after they become an adult, you will forever
Yeah, parenting is forever.
You'll
Don't
be
you think?
forever mama daddy.
Don't think that parenting is until 18.
Ooh.
If you have that image, then you have a real, I think, a real negative image about parenting. Parenting is real positive. It's an encouraging. It's like you're a coach and a cheerleader, and all in one. You have to not only speak wisdom, but that it's positive and you're encouraging at the same time. It's constant giving words of encouragement and just correction and just guidance through what you say.
Yeah, man. I mean, people parenting doesn't come with a handbook. You know, there are parenting classes, and let me tell you something. No, you learn to become a mother and a father while you have that child with you, and you learn it apart. It's great to have amazing, people around you to guide you somewhat and tell you somewhat, but you really learn when you have a child in your care. Period.
And I think it varies when they talk about varying ideas of parenting. I think that varies because not every child is the same, but there's some similar factors in every child, and we can learn, and we're going to talk about those things that are similar.
So there are 4 types of parenting. There's authoritative, permissive, authoritarian, and neglectful. So those are the 4 types. We all know neglectful means that you're not even being a parent. You just let your kids run around.
We're wondering where you at.
Where you at, son?
Where you
You're
at?
Just running around doing whatever. You're not even paying attention or disciplining your child.
You out there doing drugs. You out
care.
there selling
Basically.
drugs. You out there doing all this other stuff you shouldn't be doing. You out living the life while your kids are suffering at home. Yo, wake up.
So
them kids is gonna be grown,
yeah.
and they're not gonna like you.
They're gonna feel a type of way, of course. So also we have the authoritative, meaning that strict.
I would say my wife is authoritative. She brings down the discipline in the house. I would say I'm permissive. That's the second part of what she's saying. Permissive because I allow her to do certain things with grace. I give her grace to do a little bit.
Sometimes it's way too much sometimes because you be like, you can't do this. So then on the other hand, he wants to let her do it and you said no already. So it confuses her and, well, he's learning already.
Well, what she's saying,
already learning already though.
What she's saying is that we still, after 5 years with a child, need to work more on our communication. Communication is key if you're 2 people raising a child, because 2 butt heads. You know what I mean?
So yeah, there has to be a balance. You know what I'm saying? And when disciplining your child, if one parent says no, the other parent has to back up that no, because you're gonna confuse that child. Now, let me explain the last type of parenting, and we're gonna get into that. The last one is authoritarian. Go ahead and explain that.
Authoritarian is a dictatorship parenting, where it's all about you. It's all about what you want. Their vision is gonna be your vision. They're gonna have your job. They're gonna have your everything. It's about you. It's about you. Basically, the child is you, and you're trying to form the child into you. And that child is very, very much doesn't have any freedom. It's the reverse of neglectful. Neglectful meaning we're wondering where you at. This one is too involved.
So basically, a good parent or good parenting is a person or persons who are consistent. Okay?
And that gives space.
Consistent meaning you are consistent with, loving your child, attending to your child, helping your child, asking your child questions, making sure that they're okay, worried about, what their needs are, and fulfilling all their needs, etc. Being present. Being present.
I want to get something. I want to show something.
Don't mind us. Don't mind us. We active up in here. Being present, for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need as much attention as possible throughout all their processes and stuff. Watch it back there. Throughout their processes and everything. And yeah, he brought out
La Biblia.
he brought out the King James, son. He brought out that old school pastor reading Bible, son, study. You feel me? He brought out that authentic King James, son. What's good? So yeah, being present, for soccer games, for events, all kinds of stuff. Be present. That's the number one thing that, children are, looking at, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they're gonna feel, that, mom has been there through good, bad.
Yeah,
she's always here
present
for everything, you know what I'm saying? I got a boo-boo, mama was there, present, and she put that, she cleaning, and she put that.
Even if you didn't know what to do, at least you were present.
So yeah, be available. Basically. Give good advice, sound advice, you know what I'm saying? Good counsel, and good discipline, and with everything there's a balance, you know what I'm saying? And let me tell you this is not included when you're doing your research or they're teaching you about parenting and blah blah blah, but always teach your child about the Lord. May the Lord be present in the center of your family, because they absorb that at an early age. And my child speaks about Jesus. We think she's gonna be an evangelist, because she's always kind of talking about, and Jesus created the earth and all the things. Like, this girl be preaching to you. So it's a beautiful thing to do that, because that's good to instill the Lord in your children. Because it just amazes me to hear her out of the blue, Mom, Jesus is love, and she just pops up with some things, and we be like, what? Who? Okay. So yeah,
there's one thing it talks about in the scriptures to parents. And it says to parents, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. And we think it's just that. Children, obey your parents. But it says that in the parent. Honor thy father and thy mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, that it may be well with you, and that you may live long upon the earth. And ye fathers, or ustedes padres, or you parents.
Hold on a second, y'all. Go see what she wants. Go see what she wants. Our child is calling for her daddy. She's a girl, so she keeps calling him now. So yeah, guys. 1 second, because when you have a child. When you have a child, and even when you work from home, and you're doing whatever, they're constantly calling you. They're calling you 5,000 times. Like, she'll call me 5,000 times, but sometimes she wants her daddy. The daddy's girl. Daddy, 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 daddy. For everything. So that's a clear example. Which is good, because sometimes that takes a lot of weight off us, because, they wear out our name. They be like, Mommy this, Mommy, can I go? Can I do? Can I see? Can I? You know what I'm saying? She alright, babe?
Yeah, she was taking a hat down, everything was falling, and she didn't want everything to fall. That's her world. And her world, that's the most important thing in the world.
Daddy's girl. And we keep this in the video because we want you to see that we are real people, real parents, a real marriage, and we go through real things.
All right. So
Trying to do a video, she's calling daddy.
Or you parents. That's really how it's... Because in Spanish, you say padres. Padres is not fathers. It's parents. So fathers
So we
in
teach
Spanish
you
means
a little bit
parents.
translation there, definition, and etc.
So when you parents, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them in the nurture and admonition of the Lord.
Ooh.
So, that just means to me, the only warning it gives is don't lead them to get so angry with you that they forsake you. Nurture them, admonish them. Nurture them means ñoñalo. You know, treat them like little kids, treat them like the best one. You know, go ahead, be their cheerleader, be everything. Admonishes, don't do this, don't do that. But there's a level we cross. And if we keep getting them angry, the Bible says, don't make your children angry with you. Basically, lead them not to wrath. What I just said. Yeah. So I take that very deep, and I give my daughter grace. That everything doesn't have to be perfect, because the only reason I'm saved is because I believe. It's not because of any works involved. I didn't do good, and I can't do good, and I will never do good enough to enter into heaven. The only one that did good enough was Jesus. And I enter in because I put my faith in him. And he regenerates me, and I have a new life, a new birth, where I follow after him. That came from that faith. That started with that faith in the gospel, in the message of the cross. So, nothing is about me, it's all about him. It's not my testimony, it's his testimony. So I don't want to approach my kids and tell them how good I am, because I'm not good in and of myself. If anything good, it's because of God. And I want to teach them that if anything good in them, it's of God. So keep nurturing that God. Keep admonishing them to do right. But give them grace when they fail. Because we all fail. And we're all our worst judge. And I think in those teenage years is when we're hardest the most on ourselves. Those teenage years. And we need more words of encouragement, more nurturing. So if I leave you with this, is it getting late?
No, we good. No, we're getting good. We good.
I just want to say give grace. God gave grace to you. God gives mercy to you every day. Give out some mercy, and you'll receive mercy.
Yes. So yeah, guys, we wanted to briefly talk about part 1 about parenting. I just wanted to touch base on a few things. Grandparents. You that are grandparents need to understand that your adult children who have children, they need to raise their kids how they want to raise their kids. It is a conflict, a constant conflict, and I'm not the only person, but a lot of people go through that. A lot of people complain about grandparents butting in, and you know, you're telling your child to do this. For example, we're Christians, right? And we don't want people to come to our child and tell her this, that, and that about other stuff, or you should be doing this, you should be, you know, for example, I homeschool my child, and so a lot of you know, the time, my parents are like, oh, when she's gonna go to school, when you're gonna register in school. I've said several times, I homeschool my child. So there's always a constant conflict with boom, boom, you know, like a back and forth.
We do not answer to you, grandparents.
Exactly.
We do not answer to you.
Exactly. So my thing is that that's one of the issues that I know a lot of people go through. What I can tell you is you first first and foremost, you be clear as to what it is that you are doing to raise your child. Leave it at that. Pray and ignore. That's the best things that you could do, because I've been there.
Yeah.
And I have had to be affirmative. Let me just say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a constant, you should be doing this. The child's she's gonna grow like this. I don't declare none of that over my child. My child is amazing. My child is amazing. Trust me. My child know what it is. You know what I mean? So I know that's one of the things that people go through. Another thing, for single parents, this goes out to women and men. I am so proud. I have many of my friends who have been single parents, and they raised their kids by themselves and did everything, got 2-3 degrees, and stay focused and don't let nobody tell you, oh well, you got 5 kids and you got no help. That's not your fault that you don't got the help, because that's the thing. People think that people need to stop trying to dictate other people's lives, and instead of being of a help and being of a support system, they're badgering other people and telling them, because of this, that, and that. No. So I commend you, single parents. Keep pushing through. Keep doing what you're doing. God is with you, and you got our support. We're praying for you. We commend you for holding it down, okay? Another thing, society is always saying, for example, a woman can, hold it down, she could be independent. And let me tell you something, I need my husband. Period. You need a husband. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody that's constantly praying for you, for your family, for your child, for whatever's going on, for the business, for the TV show, for this, for that. He's the one that does that. I'm not saying that I don't do that. I know my role. I know my place. I pray. I do what I gotta do as well. But my thing is, society tends to has taught that, oh, you are an independent woman, that you don't need no man. You need a head. You walking around here with like a chicken with no head. You don't want to do that. Because at the end of the day, you do want a good husband, a good head, somebody who is prayerful, somebody who loves God above all things. You do want that. Don't let society tell you different. So yeah, I wanted to touch those things. We're going to be doing more videos on family topics, so stay tuned. We want to thank all our supporters. Thank everybody who has liked and subscribed, followed, commented, and continues to be a support for what we're trying to do. And when you guys come and check out the videos, like, subscribe, and share it so that other people can hear it and see it and all that. Our next topic, we're going to be talking about hip-hop. We're going to be talking about Christian rappers and urban musicians versus things that have been happening in the news, like certain rappers coming out as homosexuals, certain rappers leaving the Christian hip-hop industry to go secular, why they're doing that, what's going on, what's really happening. We're going to drop some names, and we're going to give you some receipts to all that, to a few things, you know what I'm saying? We just want to get into a real talk as to what's going on in the urban Christian community versus circular urban community, and let's chitty chat, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see you next time, guys, and thank you again. This is the Urban Dialogue, the Convo. We're going to have shirts soon, so I'm Maura.
Manny.
We'll see you soon.
I'm a Christ man, I'm a violent man, I'm a